Hey guys, it's JC's Reborn Journey here. So, you guys ready for the name reveal? Now, if I show you, don't ever call me my birth name. Don't ever mention my birth name to me. Don't talk about it. You want to name your reborn baby that? I don't care. Don't tell me you're naming it my birth name. I don't want to know. I hate it. It's like a swear word to me. I never want to hear it again. I don't even like when other people have this name because I'm reminded of it. Anyways, so there and thereforth, we are going to tell you what the J and the C stand for. You ready? You sure you're ready? You can handle this? Can you handle this? I don't think you can handle this. Alright, so first of all, I don't go by JC anymore. I go by my new legal name. But let's go to the story of the names. You ready? So, I know what my name would have been if I was a boy, and I know what my name was as a girl. I also know how the name came up. I guess my mom was reading a book while she was pregnant with me, and the character was named this. So she's decided my first name will be that. And then my middle name, I am named after my great-grandmother or something like that. So that's where the names come. Now, I can't say the name, but I'm going to show it to you. You ready? You sure you can handle this? Are you sure? You're positive? Because I don't think I can handle this. Birth name. Done. You know it. That's my birth name. So, always hated that name. Always hated because, people try to say that the first name, that could have been a guy name. No, it can't, okay? Don't even try and go there. That is as girly as a name as you can get, okay? So, we wanted to keep the J and the C so people could transition when I transition. So, I went by JC. So, people didn't necessarily have to call me by my new legal name. Now, when I was 18, and I'm going to show you the last name that I picked in here for this one, but you're not going to know my original last name, and you're not going to know my last name now. You're just going to know the first and the middle. But when I was around 18, I was thinking about changing my name then. Didn't really fully understand the process, and at the time it cost a lot of money. Now they have waivers that if you can't afford it, that they help you with that, and back then they didn't really explain that to me. And maybe they didn't have it back then. So, this was my original name that I was going to change. Justin Curtis Douglas. I don't even know. It almost looks like citrus, but it's not. It does say Curtis, yes. It just, when you look at it backwards, it looks like citrus. Anyways. So, it was Justin Curtis Douglas. That was the last name. The last name, so this had to be after my friend died because the last name was his name. So I wanted to keep a part of my best friend who died, and I buried him on my 18th birthday. I wanted him to stay a part of me. But as I'm getting older, I'm just like, I don't want anything to remind me of anything. So this was the original name. I had a Facebook with this name, but Dennis's kids knew this name. So, I wanted a fresh start. I think even Dennis knew this name. So, I wanted a fresh start, So, when Dennis was on his deathbed, literally, he was, at the hospice, and I was sitting with my mom, and I had my book out, and I was going through different names. What do I want? And I think I want this name for the first name. Okay, what do I want for the middle name? And I don't even know how I came up with the last name, but it's a nice name. Anyways, when you collide all the names together, it's amazing. I mean, it is like, you know me with names, right? It's just like, it just fits and works, and it's just unique and everything like that. So, I'm going to show you the name, and then I'm going to tell you what the middle name is, and then, or I'm going to explain to you how I got the middle name. And then I'm going to tell you a little story about what somebody said to me. And then we knew that the first name was, like, you know when they say, like, what are the chances of this, that, and the other thing happening? But it works. And I'll tell you. So you ready? So this is my new legal name. My gender marker is changed. So on my license, it is male. I just actually had to do paperwork. I had to have my doctor do paperwork. We had to get it notarized, and that's not normal for him to do that. So it was a little bit of a challenge, but we got it done. And I finally sent in the paperwork because you needed a money order. It's not free. But I'm getting my birth certificate amended. That means new gender marker, new name, so my new name that I have, and I've had this name since October 23rd of 2017. So I've had my new name for a year now. It does still feel weird when people call me this. It feels weird when I have to say it, but it's weird because I say it very quickly and fluently and all that stuff, but it's almost like you're talking about a third person because it's just weird. But at the same token, I'm detached from my old name. So if somebody were to call me my old name, I may not even respond. I may not want to respond. Alright, you guys ready? I had to wait until 7 minutes because 7 is my favorite number, but that's not true. Anyways, but it's true that 7 is my favorite number, but it wasn't true that I was waiting for 7 minutes. But you ready? My new name is Jayden Colton. I can't tell you my last name because I need to have some privacy. But Jayden Colton. So I always loved the name Jayden. I wanted to name my child Jayden. So when I had the opportunity to use that as my own name, I said that would be perfect. Perfect. Like, I love that name. And then the Colton. So Dennis liked Colts, the gun. I don't like the name Colt or Colts. I don't like the Colts as in the football team. But when I put Colton, when I saw Colton, I was just like, that's perfect. It's like I can have a memory of Dennis, but at the same token, it's my own name. And I'm not really called Jayden Colton. You know what I mean? You're usually, if people ask you what your full name is, that's when you use it. But very rarely do I even use that name. I have not gotten a signature figured out yet. We're still working on that. But anyways, somebody had mentioned to me after Dennis died and after I changed my name, they said, so you put your name and Dennis's name together on purpose? No, but it just so happens that that's exactly what happened. So now me and Dennis are together forever, for a lifetime. And I can always remember that. And then just to have Colton as a memory of Dennis, and plus I needed a C. Like, I wasn't going to, do like Jayden Michael. Like, that doesn't make sense. Why would I change the C? So for those that needed to still call me JC, they can. Now, JC kind of sounds like, it sounds girly now to me, but it's also my past, and I don't want my past part of my future. So it makes it a little bit more difficult for me to, accept that people call me JC. I don't really like it. I don't even like the spelling of it, and it's just a J and a C. I don't even like having to say it. I will keep saying JC's Reborn Journey because that's just what we are here. And it's like we're all the J's and the C's, like all of them. So, JC's Reborn Journey isn't going anywhere. It's staying the way it is. I like how it's said. And, I don't. There are certain people I don't ask to call me by my birth name, like people on YouTube or people on Facebook or Dennis's children, because I don't want them really knowing my name, but I don't really care, as you can see, because I just told the world, right? Um, I'm not changing the name on my YouTube channel because think about it. JC's Reborn Journey can mean multiple different things. It can mean the babies, or it can be that I'm reborn. I'm reborn. So it's like JC's Reborn Journey. It's like I'm being reborn and it's my journey. So it's still such a perfect name. And it's not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I don't have to be the popular person on YouTube. I've never been popular, so it would be actually probably kind of awkward to be popular on YouTube. I'd be very surprised. But, and maybe one day, I don't know the algorithms of YouTube. I don't even want to know. I don't care, to be honest with you. Sometimes fame is not a positive thing. Think about what Justin Bieber has to go through on a daily basis with all the paparazzi and all the people wanting to see him and take pictures and this, that, and the other thing. And it's just like, you know what? I could do without. Like, I don't even like that since I've transitioned. So before, nobody would look at you. Like, they would stare at you. They'd give you that weird stare. The weird stare. But now people actually acknowledge you. And it's just like, dude, can you just not acknowledge me? Like, I just want to be in my own head, in my own world. I don't need you to be part of it. But people will acknowledge you now. And it's just like, so sometimes you get your pros and your cons. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to make dinner now. I hope you guys like my new name. Don't ever call me my old name. If anybody has nasty things to say to me and they want to call me by my birth name, you're not going to get anything from me. You get deleted. I'm not commenting back. So you're wasting your time. And I don't know why people do that. They go out just to nitpick on people. Like, you must really, really have a sad, sad life. Like, I have no time. I could care less. I can't be bothered to go on everybody's videos and nitpick about how wrong they did, or they don't like their shirt, or they don't like this, or they don't. Get over it, okay? Life is too short. Why are you just sitting on your computer, reminiscing? Because you know what? If you actually saw me in real life, you wouldn't be talking crap to me. You wouldn't be saying how crazy of a person I am, because you'd be like, hey, this person's actually pretty cool. Like, So, never judge a book by its cover. It's just dumb. It's stupid. Like, do I judge a book by its cover? Not really. I may look at somebody and be like, but usually that's just because I'm checking out somebody's body and I'm just like, do I want their body on me? Or then maybe you see somebody that is really gross looking, like not to your liking, and you're like, well, I could have that body. Okay, maybe I'm better off being me, right? I'm not judging them by their looks or their person. I'm just in my own world, just trying to figure out why I am me, why I am the way I am, or why I am transgender, or why I'm bipolar, or any of this stuff. And you kind of just got to look around and be like, you know what, I could have it a lot worse. So you just have to be appreciative of what you have. You have to help other people. And you just have to be a nice human being. I mean, it's just funny to me. It's not funny, but it's funny. So like when people pick on me, I'm just like, dude, you're picking on the wrong person. I've been bullied my whole life. You couldn't say or do anything to me to get me aroused and upset and pissed off. And the other cool thing is about me is I get counseling. So if something did piss me off or upset me, which to be honest with you, I've actually never talked about YouTube issues because I don't have any YouTube issues. Nobody really bothers me to that point. Like, I am not. I mean, they know I have a YouTube channel, but that's as far as we've gotten. And I've seen them for over a year. Like, if I literally went on there and saw all the nasty stuff, I'm just like, yeah, maybe that's, but I could care less. I'm usually laughing at the person that's saying this stuff. I'm just like, wow, that person really doesn't even have a clue, right? Like, they don't know anything about me. It's just so it's funny to, like, I've gotten death threats a few times, but, it is what it is, and you don't know. I didn't write down my address and show it to you. Yeah, hey, if you got a problem, come see me. Like, no. You don't know where I live. Some people don't even know what state I live in. They don't even know what country I live in. It's just like, who cares? Like, I'd be very surprised if anybody found me. I'm a very quiet, secretive, not secretive, but I'm just like, a hush-hush kind of person, You don't know my last name, so you can't find me, And that's one of the reasons why I keep my last name to myself. Because you do kind of get some stalkers here and there, and then they want to find you and stuff like that. And it's kind of crazy, but it is what it is, right? Okay, so before I let you go, two things. I have been on testosterone for 16 months now. And I will do a different video of, like, maybe some of the changes I've seen and blah, 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 and go maybe in a little bit more detail. But I'm not ready yet, to be honest with you. I need to talk to my counselors first, and I can't even talk to them. So how can I talk to you if I can't talk to them, right? And then sometimes I can talk to you and I can't talk to them. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. But, so the next thing is on February 27th, we'll make 1 year of my top surgery. And I can't tell you, like, how cool it is. Like, yes, there are times that I look, on camera or in the mirror, and I'm just like, no, but there's boobs there, right? There's gotta be, like, but it's really nice to, like, be here and stand there and be just like, dude, they're not there. They're gone. You look a lot better. Now, I will tell you one thing. My whole life, because they were so big, and you probably didn't see how big they were, because I did try to hide them very well. Sometimes there were some videos where I was like, oh my God, why didn't you, what were you doing? Why did you do that? Why did you even show that? What are you doing? So my whole life, I just felt like I was a fat, short, retarded person. I felt like I had a little head and these big things. So it was totally like making my body like all different. So it distorted certain things. So in the last year, I would say the hardest thing that I've had for me, or there's two. One is the size of my head. So now my head feels big and fat and ugly, and it's just like, and I freak out because I'm just like, whoa, my head is just so big, like, it's not really that big, but it just looks big to me. And then the other thing is my stomach. So when you don't have this and you have gut, now your gut's hanging out. And I mean, and the thing is, it's like, gut's not hanging out that much. I mean, it depends. It depends. Now, I could lose weight, which I did. I just lost 14 pounds in 10 days. But I still feel fat. Like, what is going on? Where's this weight going? How's it going? Like, what are we doing? It doesn't make sense to me. So, yeah, so those are some of the things that I have noticed. I've noticed that, like, I don't really I like my sweatshirts and stuff, but even the sweatshirt kind of, like, messes with how the chemistry in the body. Of course, because I'm short, that's definitely a dysphoric feeling. I mean, I know that not all men are tall, but I could use a little bit of height, guys. Come on, man. But also my big thing is my feet and my hands. So, like, I feel like my hands are never gonna look manly. They're never gonna have that man feature. They're not, men have and don't get me wrong, some women do, because when women transition over, if they're tall enough, and their fingers are longer than mine. So it's like, this is usually like this around people. So, and the knuckles are bigger, and those certain things are not going to change with me. So I'm always going to have those girly hands. I'm always going to have the girly feet. I'm not saying I have girly feet. I actually have perfect feet, but for some reason I'm so dysphoric about feet. So, like, I don't like walking around barefoot in front of anybody. Like, I barely like walking around barefoot in front of myself, but I don't know why. But I have noticed, though, in the transition, that, like, my veins come out more. I can see you see how you see the bones more. That's definitely a male feature, and I'm starting to see that with the feet too. So, some things are pretty cool, and it's just, like, weird when it happens to, like, one hand and not the other, or one foot and not the other, and yeah, and but there's a lot of, but we're all dysphoric about something. There's always something about our bodies we feel uncomfortable about, or we wish we could change. So, in reality, we're all transgender. We're always trying to change something about our bodies, right? Some people try to add stuff, and some of us like to cut it off. But, at least I never have to, and I would have been worrying about that. Jeez. When women get older, instead of them being here, they're, like, down here somewhere, way down here, where it's all flat here, and it's just all down here. It's like, whoa, I never have to worry about that now, so thank God. Guys do have that issue sometimes, and if they have more weight, and they have more boob weight, then they can sag too, but... And it's funny, because Dennis and I used to joke with him, and I used to be like, dude, you need a bra. I can let you borrow one of mine, and can you, I really, like, that's the part I think that's the hardest for me to transition alone, is all this stuff. Like, for example, Dennis loved, whatever they're called. What are these called? Sideburns. He loves sideburns. So even though it might have been a little bit more difficult for me to have facial hair, I think we could have learned how to joke, and I'd be like, dude, I got sideburns like you want. I hate them, but, it's just, I hate them, man. He'd be like, well, then why'd you cut them off? And I'd be like, well, I'm too lazy. And I would end up, and right now, I have more facial hair than Dennis would have. Dennis would never grow it out this long. So, we would, you know, it'd be just a way for us to make fun of each other or joke with each other and love each other and laugh and all that stuff. So I feel like I am definitely missing a big part of that. And, but he would have been somebody where I could take off all my clothes and I can be like, dude, what is going up? What is up with this? Like, help me out here. And he'd be like, well, it happens, you know, like, you know, and but I could talk about things and I could tell him, I'd be like, dude, I feel fat here, I feel, and he'd probably like be, to be honest with you, he'd probably be tired of me talking about it. But, you know, it's, in a way, I feel like, could he have handled this? Could this have really been something he could have handled? I mean, I try to like imagine, you know, us shaving our face together or, you know, joking around or asking him to teach me how to shave, even though I know how to shave. And, you know, it's different. It definitely is different than before, but still, it's just you know, I have some regrets about not transitioning earlier and sooner, you know, and but his kids probably would have freaked. He probably would have thought we were gay. We wouldn't have cared because we know what we are. And my transgender's always been part of our relationship. I just don't really think he understood the depth of it or what I would look like after. So, but it is what it is. It happens. You know, we can't change the past, even though we want to. As much as we want to, we can't. We can only use the past to make our future better. I would like to date again, but am I ready to date? I don't know. It would be nice to find love again, but at the same token, I just don't know what I want. I don't know what if I'm ready. You know, I mean, I know I want to date women, but at the same token, I'm just like, they're so overbearing, and they can cause so much anxiety. And the biggest thing is they make issues where they don't exist. I'm just like, I'm not ready for that. I'm not really ready for that. I mean, guys, don't get me wrong, guys can do it, but women do it in a different way. You know, and it's just like, I just don't know if I'm ready for that. I'm not sure if I'm ready to be like, you know, honey, where would you like to go to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to go? And then you say, oh, well, let's go here, and then they don't want to. And it's just like, I just don't know if I'm ready for that. I need an easygoing woman who loves everything, who's willing to, you know, take me out of my comfort zone. I want to be uncomfortable. Now, you can't get me to swim with the sharks, so don't think I'm going to go swimming with the sharks. But, you know, some other things I might do that I might not have done before. But for now, I'm just going to get myself situated with myself, and hopefully, somehow, some way, I will find love again. And I can't rush it, right? Why rush it? Anyways, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a long time coming. And, you know, parts of me didn't care anymore. There were certain things of why I was keeping things private. I will keep those issues private, but I'm not, I mean, this is 2019. Let's start 2019 differently, more positively, better. You know, let me know what kind of videos you want me to do and all that stuff. And, you know, that's really it, guys. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like down below. Feel free to leave me any comments. You know, I go by Jayden. That is my name. That's what I go by. You can feel free to call me Jayden. You can call me JC. It doesn't matter to me. And that's really it. I think I think we covered everything right now. So I'll see you guys soon, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys back here the next time. You guys have a great night.